Today we will study about quantum numbers. What are quantum numbers? Students, this extension of Bohr's theory. Extension of Bohr's theory became necessary due to more detailed structure, due to more detailed investigation जो इन्वेस्टिगेशन बाद में हुई on the on spectra, investigation of spectra, जो spectrum की more detailed investigation हुई by means of high resolving power equipments. It was found that many lines were found to made up of number of fine lines. When the spectrum was studied by the high resolving power equipment, it was found that many lines were made up of number of fine lines. Number second, when the line spectrum was subjected to Zeeman effect, or when it was subjected to Stark effect, that is when the line spectrum was subject to the effect of the magnetic field or the electric field. Each line was found to split up. Spectrum was subjected to the Zeeman effect, that is the magnetic field, or when it was subject to the electric field, line spectrum was found to split up into number of fine lines. The resulting structure of spectra was found due to increase in the number of orbitals. That is, an atom contains a number of orbitals. An atom contains a number of orbitals which differ from each other in size. They differ in size, they differ in shape, they differ in energy, they differ in orientation. The characteristics of the orbital are expressed. These characteristics are expressed or designated by quantum numbers. These characteristics of the orbitals are expressed in terms of quantum numbers, or we can say the behavior of electron. In an atom is described. We can say the behavior of electron in an atom is described by the wave function, mathematically by wave function psi, and this wave function psi has three variables which are expressed by three quantum numbers. These are expressed by three quantum numbers. Thus, we can define a quantum number These are a set of numbers. Numbers which give complete information about the electron in terms of size of the orbit, shape, orientation, energy, or we can say the term quantum number. The term quantum number is used to identify the various energy levels which are available to the electron. The term quantum number is used to identify various energy levels which are available to the electron. The word quantum is used to signify all the energy levels which are available to the electron and are governed by quantum mechanics. The term quantum number is used to identify various energy levels available to the electron, or we can say the word quantum is used to signify all the energy levels available to the electron which are governed by the quantum mechanics. There are 4 quantum numbers. Number first, mainly there are 3. First is the principal quantum number. Number second, azimuthal. Number third, magnetic. And last quantum number which determines the spin is called spin quantum number. Now, what is a principal quantum number? It is the most important quantum number. Most important quantum number is the most important quantum number and describes the principal shell. It describes the principal shell to which electron belongs. It is identical to Bohr's integers. To describe the stationary state of the atom. Stationary state of the atom. It is designated by n and has value just like Bohr's integer 1, 2, 3, 4. Or we write this value as K shell L M N. This quantum number helps to explain the main lines of the spectrum. It helps explains the main lines of the spectrum. It gives average distance. It explains or it gives information regarding the average distance of the electron from the nucleus. It gives average distance of the electron from the nucleus. In other words, it explains the size of electron cloud. As we know, K shell is near to the nucleus and L shell is away from the nucleus, and so on. So it tells us the size of electron cloud. It completely determines energy of the electron, energy of electron in hydrogen and hydrogen-like atoms. Energy of the electron is given by 2 pi square mv4 over n square h square by this relation. In terms of Bohr's theory, it is explained by MUR or MVR is equal to NH by 2 pi. In terms of Bohr's theory, it is explained by both integers NH by 2 pi MVR. Angular momentum is N integral multiple H by 2 pi. And it also explains the binding force. It explains the binding force of the nucleus and the electron. It explains the binding force of the nucleus and the electron. K shell has lower energy than L shell. L shell has lower energy than M shell. M shell has lower than N shell, and so on. Or we can say first shell has lower energy than second shell. Second shell has lower energy in size. Their first shell is smaller than second and third principal shell, and so on. The number of electrons in the principal shell is given by 2n square. So we can determine the number of electrons. For example, in first shell there are 2 electrons, and second shell there are 8 electrons, and so on. We can calculate the number of electrons in the principal shell by means of 2n square formula. This is the principal quantum number. Tomorrow we will study the azimuthal and the spin quantum number.